What's up guys? I'm new to hardware synthesizers, and recently I tried out a bunch of them and I chose two. I was at a local music store when I first came across the Prophet 6 by Sequential. It was heavenly. I ended up buying the Prophet 6 and the Korg Minilogue. The reason I chose these is that they are polyphonic synths, meaning you can play more than one note at a time. Polyphonic synths are able to create lush pad sounds, which is why I love them. Now the big difference is the price. Today, I'm going to go through why I chose these two synthesizers and why you may want to consider hardware synthesizers for your music creation needs. Now, first of all, why even bother with a hardware synthesizer when there are so many soft synth options out there? Well, first of all, it feels like a real instrument. There's something magical about switching it on and turning knobs. You just can't get the same feeling from dragging a mouse pointer. If you've got an analog synth, you're actually modifying an electrical signal into sound. Hardware synths also force creativity. It takes you out of your usual workflow and forces you to think a little bit differently. Next, and really important, is the sound. I mean, do these actually sound better? I found that with these two that I chose, the sound is richer and warmer. I find that some software synths actually sound tinny and thin. Both will create the same basic sounds, but the Prophet 6 gives you a little bit more flexibility to modify those basic synth noises into really creative and beautiful results. Not to say that the Minilogue doesn't make beautiful sounds, it does. But to get it to the caliber of the Prophet, I ended up adding some software effects in my DAW. It helps that the Prophet has onboard effects, of course. The Minilogue doesn't. What control do you have? Well, just look at the Prophet. That's a lot of control, and I'll be honest, it all matters. I've tweaked everything from the sub to distortion to noise to effects, arpeggiators, and it all sounds great. The Minilogue has much less control, but it's much more accessible and easy to learn, and I'd highly recommend it if you are a beginner in the synth world. Lastly, build quality. You'll notice instantly that the Prophet 6 has a superior look to it. It's got this thick wood metal body and it feels top-notch. The knobs feel excellent. They're smooth. The whole instrument is a pleasure to touch. The Minilogue feels a lot cheaper. I mean, it's good enough for the price, but it does feel plasticky to the touch, even with that thin layer of wood finish in the back. Both of these synths are going to help you learn and have a better appreciation of software synthesizers. Now, when I load up a software synth, I'm much more familiar with what I'm doing. So how does the sound of these hardware synthesizers compare to those software synths? In my opinion, I prefer the sounds coming out of these hardware synths more than software synth plugins. Only a few are comparable, like Omnisphere, but Omnisphere comes at a heavy price on its own. So do you need one? Well, it's up to you. The biggest benefit for me was the sound experimentation that came from just playing around with these instruments. It's a different experience, and different leads to creativity. If you're new to hardware synthesizers, I highly recommend the Korg Minilogue. Now, if you've got some extra change lying around, I really recommend the Prophet 6 as well. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Keep making the music that you love, and I will see you guys later.